The Malt-Tones suck!
It's time for another episode of
Smoke Break Talk.
Yep, this is another episode
of
Smoke
Break
Talk.
Sweet.
Which
All right.
we just repeated the intro that they've already heard.
Yeah. We just got done
Oh yeah, we got to talk about
recording.
that.
We got done recording a new song.
Oh, we can do a little promo, yeah,
do
just
a-
like you're doing.
Doing a video, a song called Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe you need a second chance. Maybe you need a new romance. Maybe you need something else.
Maybe. When did you write that?
You know, it's funny. I wrote that 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about
Music,
it is,
lyrics, everything.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's funny, but like, I don't know how you are when you write songs, because you write songs and you're a good songwriter.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I write songs, like, I don't know what your process is, but sometimes for me, a song just comes, you know, and it's few and far between when that happens.
Yeah.
Like-
Me too. Yeah.
You know, like a long time ago, right, I wrote a song called I've Been Thinking, and I was actually sitting on my couch in my house, looking out the window, and I was thinking about shit, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm going to write a song. So I got up off the couch, got pen and paper, sat down in my kitchen counter, and I started writing. And the lyrics came like 10, 15 minutes. I had all the
Did
lyrics
you have
of the
like
song.
a melody,
I had
guitar line in
nothing.
your
I
head?
had nothing when it came to the music part of it. It was just the lyrics came. Then I went down
Not
to my
even a tempo or a beat per
nope,
minute. in
nothing,
mind,
man, nothing. So then I went down in my basement.
You're going
where
very
I was
back on that.
It was, right? And that's the first time it ever happened to me. And then, so I went down to my basement where all my guitars were, and I picked up my trusty acoustic that I've written a gazillion songs on, and then I just started playing and like singing those lyrics that I had written down. Within a half hour, I had the whole goddamn song, you know what I mean?
Written, arranged,
Just
recorded
the music,
too?
not recorded,
But
because I recorded it
oh,
later.
Yeah, I'll play
like,
it now.
in the-
Yeah, that's
at C Preston
my
Studio.
first dive. Is I just sometimes just play a rough version of it. I try to get my beats per minute down, and then the chords I want to use, and then I try to like get maybe 2 guitar parts, you know, all related, and then one of them ends up being a bass part. You know,
Okay,
a simple
alright.
bass, you know, is the and then I try to dial my guitar tones in. You know, 'cause each song's a little different, so I should just have a template, but I don't. But so yeah, and then once I get the guitar tones dialed in and or the levels, how I
Now, at this
want it,
point, do you have lyrics or?
not usually, no.
Okay, so you're kind of starting out with the music.
Yeah, and sometimes it'll just be like a finger exercise I'm doing on guitar,
Okay,
and I'll make a song out of it.
right.
You know?
I don't mean to cut you off, but you say that, and it's interesting because Joe Walsh, one of the Eagles' big songs, started out that way, and I can't think right now what song it is. But yeah, and it was just something.
That sounded like the Rockets.
Oh, the Rockets, the Troy band on the Rockets.
Yeah.
Turn up the radio.
Well, that sounded like the Fleetwood Mac cover.
Oh, you and your Fleetwood Mac, man.
Yeah. Well, that was back when they were like a blues band. Their original sucked, but the Rockets fucking their cover kicked ass.
I never
Down,
heard
down,
of
down,
that.
down, down, down. Don't tell me what to think of you and my.
Oh, yeah, I know that song. I know that song, but that's
anyway.
not Joe Walsh.
No.
But Joe Walsh is funny because
Life
like,
in the Fast
he
Lane,
did
I think. Is
Life in the
right.
Fast Lane. Yeah, that's the song. Who does that?
The Eagles.
The Eagles do that.
Joe Walsh, that was his, I think, the finger.
Was it
exercise.
his thing?
I think.
Oh, you might be right. I think you're
I
absolutely
think I
right.
saw that documentary.
I think you're
as well.
absolutely right. He would
A
do
lot of
that.
songs start out
He
like
would
that.
do that just to.
The Guess Who has
to
songs
get-
that.
Really?
Yep. Burton Cummings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Guess Who.
No, we gotta do
American
a deep dive.
Woman.
We gotta do a deep dive on them.
American.
Like the Guess Who. Yeah, there you go. An interesting story.
All right, that's going to be like a 2-minute deep
And I
dive
consider
because-
him one of the best male rock and roll singers. He's probably in my top 5.
All
Top
right.
4 maybe. Burton Cummings. And he's funny too. He's got some YouTube videos that
I
make
don't
you
like
laugh.
Burton Cummings. I don't like
No.
Guess Who.
Yeah.
American Woman.
Well, they have
Talking
more
me,
songs than that.
American Woman.
They got a little loungy too. They could take a lot of forms. You know?
All right.
But this is a Oh, well, I guess we can talk. This isn't a band deep dive, so we can talk
we can
about
talk
that.
about anything.
Yeah.
The only other song I know by what's the fucking name of the band we're talking about?
Guess who?
Oh yeah, the Guess Who. Well, they're Canadian.
Yeah. Winnipeg.
Okay.
The Blue Bombers, eh?
Yeah, eh? Should we do the rest of the video like in our Canadian accents and
Oh, yeah.
our,
Canadian,
our Canadian friends will get all pissed off watching this. It's like you motherfuckers don't know how to do a goddamn Canadian accent. Yeah, like I went to
XYZ.
I went to school up in the UP, you know.
Yeah, they never taught me Canadian in school, so.
Up there is a lot of yeah, you know, but that's cool. Anyway, fucking song by the Guess Who that I know is These Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
These eyes. And that's all the fucking words are that I know in the goddamn song.
Yeah.
You know? These eyes.
Oh, they've got a ton of them. You probably know, if you put on the greatest hits album, you'd.
I probably know them all.
Yeah.
Because they're all played on AM radio when I was a fucking kid and shit.
Well, they could go FM
AM
radio. Yeah, I don't think they had any country in them, but they had enough lounginess in them that they could go on to AM radio.
Right.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we get on goddamn?
We're talking about bands. Like this Smoke Break Talk, we were talking about your new song.
Right.
Yeah, which we
it's our new song.
Yeah.
It's a new Malt-Tones song.
We did the video to it.
No, when we were talking about how we write and shit.
Yeah, and then we talked about we need to come up with bands for Band Deep Dive.
Right.
And he's whipping off bands, and I was like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you brought up the Guess Who. You brought up the Guess Who, and I don't know shit about the Guess Who other than they're a Canadian band, and I don't like them. they're just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.